Hey everybody, this is DigiHash and we talk about crypto. So for today, Avalanche is back up after failing to produce block for 4 hours. What does that mean? Does that mean take your money out of Avalanche? Let's find out. Block finalization started to resume on Friday afternoon after developers released a software update that resolved a faulty logic in the code. So the main summary points are: Avalanche suffered a major outage Friday, failing to produce blocks for more than 4 hours. This would alarm me if I had Avalanche. Like, why is this happening? Developers released a software patch disabling logic that permitted an excessive amount of gossip to take place between validators. Avalanche's interruption followed a 5-hour outage earlier this month from rival blockchain Solana. Layer 1 blockchain Avalanche resumed finalizing blocks on Friday, 4 hours after an outage took the network offline due to a software bug, according to a status page on Block Explorer. Avalanche stopped adding blocks at 11:13 UTC, according to the status page, which noted that developers for the network had already begun investigating the issue. At 3:59, developers released a software upgrade for Avalanche nodes that disabled logic, which led to an excessive amount of gossip between validator nodes. What does this mean, gossip? Does this mean like, hey, I'm going to do this transaction and validate it, but no, we want to have this person go first? Is that what they mean by gossip? Validators are entities spread around the world that manage blockchain nodes, securing the network and processing transactions. This software patch addressed an issue where more information was passing between the nodes than necessary, which placed a strain on the network and ultimately brought it offline. Avalanche validators provision a stake-weighted bandwidth allocation for each peer, and this buggy logic led to each node saturating their allocation. Let me just take a sip of my Capri Sun. With useless transaction gossip, an official Avalanche status report explained, this dynamic prevented poll queries issued by the validator from being processed in a timely manner and led to consensus stalling. According to the Avalanche status page, I don't even like this flavor of Capri Sun, but it's just that my mouth is getting so dry. According to the Avalanche status page, block finalization on the primary network resumed at 16:36 UTC after validators updated their node software to the patched version. Kevin Siknicki, the co-founder of Avalanche developer Avalanche, speculated earlier in the day that the issue seemed related to a new inscription wave that had launched on Avalanche an hour before the outage. Inscriptions are a way of recording arbitrary data on the blockchain without smart contracts. They initially emerged on Bitcoin, allowing users to mint non-fungible tokens on the blockchain for the first time. Siknicki clarified in a follow-up tweet, however, that the inscriptions were not ultimately the main culprit and did not affect performance. The network's native token AVAX dropped 3% since the outage occurred, underperforming the broad market CoinDex CT20 index, which was slightly up within the same period. Rival blockchain Solana had a 5-hour outage earlier this month as it suffered under heavy congestion. So what do I think about this? I think that any new update to any cryptocurrency blockchain should be tested before, like, hey, could this happen? Could there be an outage in validating blocks? Like, that should be one of the hundreds of questions that happens, because now you have people who are thinking that, wait a minute. If I'm investing into this coin and the people behind us are playing around with it and they have so much control that they could stop the block from being validated, which means that if I send a transaction, instead of it appearing in 30 seconds, it appears 4 hours later, that's a problem, because we trust you for this reason. And if you're going to do something like this without broadcasting it to the world, maybe they did broadcast it. Maybe they did let the users of Avalanche know, the community know that, hey, we're going to be doing this update. But if they didn't, then that's a problem, because people need to know this. And people who are invested into AVAX should have their stuff. They should have like email updates from AVAX. They should be in the Discord of AVAX. They should be in all the communities of AVAX to find out this stuff, because this is actually not acceptable that there could be a power outage like this. Those are just my thoughts though.